Last week, Lady Luck was on our side as Gouging Fire pulled the greatest comeback in Draft League history, keeping both our playoff chances and number 2 spot alive. However, our toughest hurdle has now arrived as we now go one-on-one with the undefeated Chicago Dragapults, a team that I never beat. You already know the story by now. 1 year ago, I struggled in my first season back. What started as one big loss eventually turned into another one, as I faced you for the very first time. No matter how close it was, you ended up being the better man. Fast forward to the next league, and I started finding my stride, being undefeated for 6 consecutive weeks. I thought to myself that maybe this time things would be different. But I was wrong, as in another down-to-the-wire game, you ended up giving me my first loss of the season. Not just ending my streak, but also going on to winning the whole thing. My condolences, by the way. But as we now stand, here we are once again. Except it's you that hasn't lost a single game. The story is pretty simple. You've only gotten better as a competitor since then. But so have I. And you are one of my final chapters that I'm yet to conclude. But this isn't a match about who makes it to playoffs and who doesn't. It's about answering the simple question of who is the better man. So for all your Urshifus and Araquanids and Petarons, I raise to you a simple...
Say the line, Uni! Uni's the boss.
Yeah! Right, so by the looks of his team, he pretty much brought most of what I expected him to. I'm both surprised and also really happy to see no Pecharon being around, so yeah, there's that. As far as my leads go, I was thinking of leading off with my Undine just in case he leads off with his AV Mirror Code Araquanid, but in that case, I can just switch out, right? So I might just opt to lead off with my Uni regardless, because I feel like she has such great, means of being able to pressure that I think it's just too damn good to not pass out on. So there's really nothing left for me to say at this point other than fund you, my brother. So he does lead off with his Jirachi as I lead off with my Uni. And turn 1, I think that's a pretty good sequence, all things considered. Right, so Ice Punch is not it does not one-shot me. So you know what? If you're Scarf for whatever freaking reason, I don't care. I'm just gonna go for a Volt Switch. Yep, no, you're not Scarf. Good to know. Okay, that's really good damage. Let's go. That is really good damage for me. I could just make the play of going out into my Broly, to be honest. I honestly could just do that. Because if I do it, then I can just pretty much, pressure him by going for a Dragon Dance and just forcing an exchange. So, you know what? It's a very aggressive play, but I just don't see how I get punished for it unless he happens to be Meteor Beam or whatever. I don't know. I just think he might want to use this thing to set up rocks. But if he goes for a Meteor Beam, then he got me. My greed got me. That's on me. Yeah. Well, that is 100% on me. I'm so sorry. And he's gonna be able to hit it. Yep. Like I said, completely on me. But Gouging Cheese is still gonna be able to survive, which is so funny. Yeah, I should have just gone out of my JBL then, if that was the case, because I actually acknowledged that as a plausible threat. So me making that play was very silly-billy of me, for sure. That was very, very silly of me. I got too greedy there, and there's nothing left for me to do other than acknowledge it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. He's gonna have to set up his rocks. Okay. So that means my Gouging Fire is gonna die unless I end up setting up my own hazards first. But yeah, I definitely should have just gone out to my JBL there if that was the case, right? But yeah, I mean, at this point, there's nothing left for me to do other than set up my own spikes. He goes for a Steel Beam. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, he's not fucking playing around tonight. I love it though. Great stuff. Generally great stuff because he's actually really chipping me down right now. And it's very much putting me on the reactive there. But Q has had the right prep so far. So, like, is there any reason for me to hate that in the first place? I don't think so. I don't think there is. But the thing is, at the end of the day, if he lets his Jirachi die, then that just fucking opens up my other Pokemon tenfold, right? It just opens up my other Pokemon big time. Okay, so he's gonna go for another Steel Beam. that is going to do a lot of damage. But thankfully, his Jirachi is going to die. But the fact remains unchanged that he just lost his Steel type. And because he lost his Steel type, my Flying type, which is my Uni, is gonna absolutely go crazy right now. So, not a great start, but it's also not the worst, if that makes any sense. And also considering the fact that he doesn't actually have access to his Pecharunt, Tinglu, I might be fine with just letting Tinglu die, to be honest. Oof. Yep, out comes Sensei. Out comes Sensei the Shifu. You are a very scary Shifu. But I am... Yeah, I mean, my play is to just sack on my JBL at this point, right? There's absolutely nothing else I can do in that in this situation. And ALOMOMOLA, I feel certainly still has its use in this matchup because it's a great sponge. So there is absolutely no reason for me to just, you know, let this thing go. But yeah, what is he gonna do? What is he gonna do is the question. All right, he's gonna go for a Wicked Blow. Okay, there we go, there we go. Will you take damage from Helmet, sir? Cool, he does take damage from Helmet. So that's pretty good, I guess. As right now, what I'm going to do is pretty much just find out exactly what kind of set you are, to be honest. Alternatively, I could just go for Ruination. I mean, Ruination is not really that bad because to be truthfully speaking, I just need one form of hazards to be fine, right? Alternatively, I could just go for Ruination. So, you know what? Now, Ruination seems more free. Okay, so you are very likely Scarf, which is good to know. Okay, no, and he lets me get damage on his Landorus. I don't hate that, to be honest. I truly do not hate that. Because with this Pokemon being chipped down, literally, again, I just click Terra Blast with my Uni. Like, no questions asked. Okay, I'm running out of time regardless, so... Fuck it, just set up another layer of Spikes or something, right? Nope, he clicks Earthquake. Makes sense. And JBL still survives that. That's insane. Yo, I love that. I actually love that shit. That's so funny. Okay. So, honestly, I might just make a play that I could regret. But no, it's too risky. But at the same time, I guess just having a sack would be pretty nice, I suppose. Because, like, I don't know. Actually, maybe I should have just Ruination the Landorus again. Because Moonblast, it says it knocks him out if he's, like, max HP. But I'm not sure if that is entirely the case, to be honest. But you know what? Do we ball tonight? Do we fucking ball tonight? Uzi, nah, let's not do that. Okay, so he's gonna pick me off with an Earthquake. I actually could have just got out of my Enamorers there, which is pretty funny. That is pretty funny. But I think I can now just go out in my Uni and get my kill. Yeah, it's pretty free right now. Because literally, he has 0 switch-ins. He literally has 0 switch-ins to this thing. Again, I don't know how I don't know how my odds are of winning this game is, because I do think there's certain things I can do better, but at the same time, it's not the worst. It's not the worst case scenario just yet. But I do need to be mindful of ensuring that I have sacks. But also, I should have actually checked how much, you know, check for the Wicked Blow damage, because he could be Scarf, to be honest. I don't know. But yeah, Uni's gonna come off. Terra Blast is here. As down goes the Landorus. Yes. There we go. And also, two layers of Spikes is better than 1. But yeah, no, I think I actually should have sacked off another of my Pokemon instead. I feel like I should have certainly sacked off my... I mean, I should have got out to my Uni there, because as aggressive of a play that would have been, it still would have basically ensured that I would be fine. Basically, yeah. It would have ensured that I would be... It would have ensured that I would have been fine against like Shifu, because it just claims 1 right now, right? Like, you don't go out into this thing unless you're Scarf AF. For me, I just think you Wicked Blow regardless, right? There's no way I see you clicking jab. Okay, so let's think things through. Okay. So he Wicked Blows, yeah? I then go out to my Enamorous. I then probably get another Pokemon in exchange. Because his Moonblast Switch-in is an Araquanid, which could be Assault Vest. As crazy as it is, I might just sack off my Gouging Cheese here. Yeah, let's go out into let's just sack off our Gouging Cheese. I don't think I'm playing the best here, but that's on me, right? Gonna sack off my Broly. He should have done so much more in this matchup. I fumbled him big time. But again, that's on me. Yep, he goes for a Wicked Blow. As right now, I'm gonna go out to my Enamorous, yes. I'm gonna go out to my Enamorous. And I should be claiming one right now. I should be claiming one right now, I think. In either case, I am gonna go for a Moonblast here. So this is where I regret letting my Tinglu die. Because for me, right, like if I had made the choice, skip here. Interesting. Okay. I am just gonna pick you up then. I don't get a special attack drop or whatever. Okay, cool. Thank God, I didn't get a special attack drop. So because by virtue of this thing having potential access to Glare, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm certainly not gonna risk it. Hell no. Out comes Big Shot. As what are you going to go for, sir? Yep, he goes for Glare, like I expected him to. And this is, again, not the worst case scenario. Because right now, I have the freest Sludge Bomb in my life. Like, straight up. And I'm gonna go for that here and now. I don't like the fact that I sacked off, so, again, right? I should have just... Okay, he's gonna go for a Leaf Storm. That's gonna do nothing. Alright, Big Shot. Now's your chance to be a Big Shot. No, my God, he got fucking paralyzed. No. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. So what I was saying is that, like, again, if I had made the choice of keeping my Tinglu, again, I would not be forced into a position where I would have to sack off my Gouging Fire. And again, having sacks is absolutely a necessity when someone has access to an Urshifu, right? But yeah, he's gonna go for a Leaf Storm. Please, sir. Please, for the love of God. There we go. Big Shot is gonna be able to come through and he's gonna be able to knock him out. We love to see that. But overall, yeah, I'm not sure how I like my odds in this matchup anymore. But I would assume that with him going out to his Superior instead of his Araquanid, this thing is likely not Assault Vest. Which makes sense, you know? It certainly makes sense. But right now, I think I'm in a position where I would love to just click Terra Blast, but because by virtue of his, you know, like Hitmontop likely having access to Terra Steel, that is kind of stopping me from doing so. Out comes the Arachnid, yes. As he's going to take all this damage. And by damage, I mean barely. But if I force this thing to Terrasilize, that would give me far less to be worried about, I suppose. So, yeah, I mean, Sludge Bomb is my hardest hitting move regardless, so I don't have... Huh? Starp? That one-shots me. What the hell? Yo, that might have actually mattered then. What? That might have actually mattered because in the event on my Globor not being paralyzed, I could have actually lived that. That's insane. But in either case, I might just have to go out in my uni here. Yeah. Okay. What a very scary motherfucker. In either case, I'm gonna go for Thunderbolt. Maybe I could have gone for Volt Switch. Whoops. What am I doing? I don't know. Okay, he stays in. He's not Wakan Berry or whatever. Thunderbolt is gonna pick up the Araquanid. Let's go. But of course, his final set of Pokemon is Hitmontop and Urshifu. Yeah? Hitmontop and Shifu. Yeah, this Pokemon is a straight up menace. Right, so what do I do here now? So by virtue of him having both Hitmontop and Shifu, that would then indicate that he needs to sack off a piece, right? I'm just trying to discern exactly what my end game here is. Because I don't want to create a spot for him to just click, you know, Technician Bullet Punch and knock me out. And I'm running out of time as it is, regrettably. Fuck it. Yeah, no, I choked. I think your boy just choked, folks. Yeah, because, like, my idea, my very flawed idea, I mean, was that I could have just... My very flawed idea behind what I just did was basically trying to ensure that I could go out into my Enamorous, click Moonblast, and then knock it out. No, I could have taken the Wicked Blow, knocked it out, and then I could have gone out to my ALOMOMOLA and done something from there. But I think it might just be too late, regardless, right? I think it might just be too late. Yep, your Scarf. Sheesh. What an unreal-ass Pokemon. Oh, man. I crit him back, but at what cost, right? But I think his Clutchmon top will likely be able to win this one. Unless... Okay, so... Technician Bullet Punch obviously knocks me out from here. Especially if he ends up being Terra Steel. Yeah. Especially if he ends up being Terra Steel. So, I am going to make this play of going out into my Undine. Okay? And I'm gonna need you to hear me out. I'm gonna need you to hear me out right now. Okay? You're gonna Terrasilize. You kinda have to. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But nah, this has been a great game through and through. And while I do think that I could have played better in certain sequences, like, sometimes you gotta accept situations for what's happening, right? Yep, Bullet Punch is gonna come off. That's not gonna do any damage. Yeah, that just bounced off. That just bounced off. Now, I need to check exactly what Hitmontop's coverage is. Right, so I want more health on my Undine. So I'm going to make what some might consider to be a bizarre play. But hear me out, right? I want regen. I straight up want regen. Okay, cool. He goes for a close combat. Cool. That does nothing. And it's going to drop your stats. That is a very important thing, folks. And I charmed that motherfucker. And I charmed him. Oh my god, Q, you should have made this thing a female. You should have made this thing a female. Earth Power just 100% knocks this thing out. However, there is no reason for me to risk that when I have a fully healthy Undine to go out into. Okay? I have a fully healthy Undine to go out into. So to guarantee this victory, I'm going to ensure that you, first of all, again, you can hit me now. That's fine. You're gonna go for a Bullet Punch regardless. Yep. He's gonna go for a Bullet Punch. So your Bullet Punch, close combat, and something that I'm not exactly sure of. It's a 2% chance to it KO me, which I find to be pretty hilarious, all things considered. But also because you now are at -1, Flip Turn does 33.6 to 39.8%. I am going to go for a Wish here. Yep, he close combats me. That will not pick me off. As now, I'm going to go for a Wish. And now, I put you in a 50-50. But also, right, so because of the range of HP that I'm in right now, I actually survive, which is pretty fucking hilarious. Unless, of course, he ends up fucking critting me. So, do I want to risk that? I don't think I do, personally. But, if the game wants me to lose right now, but he loses the 50-50 as he ends up going for a fucking Bullet Punch. That's not happening. That is not happening. All right, there we go. So now I end up getting so much damage on this Hitmontop that I will now be able to go out to my mommy. I will be able to revive her very conveniently. I'm going to be able to revive her very conveniently, courtesy of the Wish. I'm going to be back at 100%. And now, all that remains is to click one Earth Power, provided I don't get crit, and that should be checkmate. Okay? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. All right, let's do this. Let's do this right now. Come on, mommy. You can do this. And he gets a crit. He fucking gets a crit. Oh man, this game is funny. This game is super funny. Well, all right. I mean, what can I do at this point, right? Okay, go for close combat. Come on. Undine? Oh my god, we're gonna be able to survive. We are going to be able to survive, and will this flip turn be able to knock you out? It should. You're on -3. Come on. -3. There we go! And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all kinds, the Thunderclap Titans have ended the undefeated streak of Q, the Costa Rican, just like he did to us back in the league that I shall not mention. All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, folks. I was certainly not happy with how I played throughout for the majority of this game, because that's the thing with Q, right? He has threats upon threats upon threats upon threats. But finally, you know, like when the final turn sequences ended up coming, I realized that, okay, wait, there is a path to victory, but for that to happen, I need to make sure that I utilize both my ALOMOMOLA as well as my you know, Enamorous to the best possible way, because your boy didn't have Protect. That bullet punch crit was very unfortunate, but thankfully, we were able to come back strong with this one, and we, I think, are now #1 in the standings, because even if he has more differential than me, I just beat by virtue of me beating the undefeated, I now am at top. So yeah, that was a generally wonderful game to run through. I definitely think y'all are gonna enjoy this, and for me, there's a lot to learn from this. There's a lot for me to get better, and hopefully, you know, that's exactly what your boy is gonna do. And also, folks, be sure to check out QTheCostaRican, because as you just saw, this dude was undefeated throughout this entire season. He's a great competitor. He's beaten me twice, and it generally feels great to finally be able to, you know, best someone who I think is a wonderful and absolutely strong competitor. So yeah, and he's super chill as hell. So feel free to check him out. My name is QTheCostaRican. Thank you very much for watching. Have yourselves a glorious day, and I shall most certainly see you all on the flip side. Wish.